Hello everyone, this is the newly optimized Gaming Wolf, and I thought maybe I would have had to make an audio adjustment before. We'll keep keeping a close eye on that. Today's level is map 10, Onslaught. There's an Onslaught things. Isn't that the part of the comics where part of Magneto's mind enters part of Xavier's mind and shit gets all freaky? Yeah, probably. This is the newly optimized Game Wolf speaking. Maybe this is appropriate for what I'm doing. And yeah. Yeah, I think so. I know it's gonna be a bummer. You missed my wacky season 1 hijinks and some of my season 0 stuff, which was basically before Duke Nukem 3D, I would call season 0. The pilot stuff. And from here now, it was like season 1 and maybe parts of season 2 now, where I optimize it towards season 3 has it all worked out. Like with most syndication places, I think most people figure it out by season 3, and that's usually why people like season 3. You gotta give it a chance. I feel that might be the way about Picard and Discovery, too. Like, if they just kept going, they would have been fine. Like, why would you like season 1 of Picard, but then also like season 3 of Picard? Same reason. Same reason, dude. You just had to let it grow on you. It's true. Let them try out their faults and their wisecracks and all that good shit. So yeah, another way I could just manage my audio without really putting too much stress is obviously just speak closer to the mic without actually spitting on it. That would work pretty well. It's gonna sound like I'm quiet to myself, but I'll tell you, post-processing, it sounds probably fine. So, yeah. We have a couple of spider babies that are trying to give us a problem. Let me just turn it down on my own end so I can actually hear myself talk, even though you won't actually hear me turn down the game. Nope, that's just weird audio tricks from the Game Wolf doing things from behind the scenes that you never actually notice. I wish I could describe it in detail. That's just something I figured out over time. You know what else I had to figure out? I had to figure out a customized handbrake so you could use a particular AAC codec that was proprietary, because for some reason the free software codec for AAC is kind of fucked. I don't actually know why. So I basically had to build it from scratch, which isn't that hard. It's already, you know, pretty standardized. Pretty standardized stuff. But I had to build it with configuring the proprietary codec for AAC. And then what do we do? Do something. We got these bonermen. Gentle bonermen. Being the boner. I know it sounds like I'm really tired. I know. I'm actually working on that too. That would explain a lot of overcompensating in earlier videos. But that just wears me out even more. It's better this way for Paper Jam Dipper, I promise. Yeah, it feels like I removed a lot of my personality, but it's actually more like I've streamlined, or rather, I'm more presenting to you what my actual personality is, which is sounding like this. Oh yeah, I'll be goofy every now and then, or rather all the time, but I never thought that my own goofiness was because I exaggerated my voice. I never thought that. Never doubted for a second. We're gonna need this yellow skull key. See, now I'm speaking so smoothly and so calmly, I'm not putting myself to sleep because of the dopamine. Or lack of dopamine. Now it feels like I'm giving myself melatonin from my own soft speech. Like, I'm sorry, did you drift off into a dream because of my handsome voice? I'm sorry. This is actually how I sound. This is really how I sound most of the time, just like this. So, yeah. It sounds kind of light. It's also not kind of light. It's somewhere in between. My vocal cord developed strangely. I swear. And I never realized I was working too hard on it since, because I thought I had to sound like whatever normal sounds like. I don't know what normal sounds like, so I should never have expected that. I should sound like how it sounds comfortable to me. These chain gunners are going to keep respawning because the Archvile is a dick. Actually, maybe this is better, because natural me is a deadpan.
And that might actually be funnier in the long run. I'll still go off topic and ramble about various things and maybe even think about impressions, or at least remind you of various things that I would have normally done impressions on. I don't know why I'm apologizing for that. It's more like I'm explaining what I'm doing because I just changed it to myself recently, so I'm not just explaining it to you, I'm explaining it to myself, because if I keep thoughts in my head, then, well, I don't know how long a thought gets saved until I actually speak it aloud to myself. So, or do that inner voice thing, which is not something that happens on its own. I just kind of make it happen by just like focusing my brain and be like, what does my brain think? I don't know what to say. Chain gunners are balls. Ball and chain gunners, ball and chain gunners, ball and chain gunners. Here we go. Trying to go lackadaisical and slack-jawed, but also keep the eyes open. Although I don't sense a problem with making my eyes tired, do you? I blink plenty of times. Give me like a few weeks of this, and actually managing it. Now I just have to manage my actual play time. The speak time I think I got down pat now. But yeah. I wonder if that was explaining. Yeah, I figured if I was taking too long in this project that there was something I had to change. It turned out I knew exactly what it was. It was energy management and voice management, body management. Oh, yeah, all that stuff. Because when I live inside my own head, I forget that I have physical needs. Like, I feel like an abstract concept outside my own body. It's just like, wait, why am I slowing down? It's like, oh, right, I'm restricted by this meaty flesh. This meaty flesh temple. Just like these guys are made of a meaty flesh temple. Have you pronounced your goodness to the meaty flesh temple? I bet you didn't. You definitely did not. Do you want a quick load? I sure do. If I didn't quick load, I'd be dead. Be dead on sight. What if I push this button? What does this button do? It makes me suffer in erroneous ways, in very horrible ways. What is this? What is this shit? What's going on over there? What does this do? Okay, we got a couple of rocket boxes. I mean, no. Yeah, that's not really a meaningful secret. I know that it was a secret, though. I kind of remember that one. I don't know. It's gonna take time, guys. Give me like a month of talking like this. Or actually, no, it's not the talking I'm trying to get used to. It's the I had almost figured out my sleep pattern and forgot to grasp it, so I'm getting it tonight. It's just, you know, it feels like I'm sacrificing time whenever I try to rest. And I'm trying to accept that. I don't have to accept it, I just have to do it. I'll tell you all day why I don't want to accept it. Kind of like how life just feels, in ways, oppressive that have nothing to do with reality. Like, gravity is oppressive, I just want to fly. That kind of thing. Just want to fly. Did you try putting your arms around me, baby? That way I can fly with you on them. Also, why do we dress ladies as babies? Is it because dresses had more to do with what children wear rather than what male adults wear? Victorian times are weird, man. Yeah. Boys would wear little dresses because it wasn't until you were an adult man that you stopped wearing a dress. Isn't that weird? So at the same time we piss off boys for being boys, and then we piss off women for being women. It's just like, oh, good, great show. But I don't even know if that's what even the standard was. I couldn't tell you. A lot of shit changes. Color ideas change. Words change. There was offensive words like hundreds of years ago that are pretty nonsensical now to consider even being offensive. That's what I mean. The euphemism treadmill seems like it's taking away words, but trust me, it's giving backwards. Like, idiot used to be very, like, moron, dumb. Those used to be way more offensive than they are now. Oh, I think we might be doing that to the weird queer. Don't quote me on that, because I don't actually know. I can't keep a pulse on current opinions when they're literally current. So it's either now or whatever happens later. I like this weird under the stairs thing we're doing. This trench. This trench is the sole landmark of this level. It's a good way to dodge pretty much everything. Personally, I don't normally expect the trench in Doom, because it's just like, oh, you think you're at ground level, and then it's like, nah. Ground level's whatever we say it is, buddy. I'm like, alright. Maybe that just means we have -1 values when it comes to XY landmass, like in the graphing chart.
Can't tell if I'm overdoing it in this video, or if it's just the consequence of overdoing it in earlier videos. So, yep, like I said, it's going to take a while for me to know what I'm doing right. It takes a while for healthy habits to work, because you're getting used to the results of your unhealthy habits. Yeah. It's true. That's how people stay addicted to things sometimes. They're just like, oh, it's what I'm used to. Stand up for something better than yourself. Get used to the prospect of dying multiple times.
Yeah, maybe it was an ego thing in which I talked all crazily. You know what? Yeah. Let's just be deadpan forever. Deadpan like my smoked eggs. What's going on over there? Stuff. Pain elementals. Pissing me off. Making you dead and stuff. Here's an example of me drinking tea right now. It's all in the pacing. My need for content may have superseded my ego, but only I can be the judge of my ego. Your guess is as good as mine, though.
Your guess is as good as mine. Rocket launch to a fine.
I can still sound original. Because I am original, baby. Didn't you know about all my original things? See, now I speak so soft, I can't tell if my voice is being loud. I will know about it. It feels like, it's like, if I'm lip-reading myself. You know what sounds like to lip-read yourself? Well, first you look at the mirror. Then you know. Lip readers got him with this one weird trick. Doctors hate me. They hate me because of all my weird tricks I keep trying to sell to people for thousands of dollars. Except, seems like the currency on the internet and in modern video games is attention over actual quality. That's why I worry about the AAA industry, where their factor of making a good game is dependent on how much time I spend on it. And I'm like, I don't want to spend all the time on one single video game. I want to get to the point, you know, beat the game, and then move on. Like, life is short. Don't make every game as long as my life. Try playing all of EverQuest now, because they're still updating it. Same with World of Warcraft. And I'm like, no, please, stop. Like, I can't. I can't physically devote myself. I tried a long time ago. Only lasted a few weeks. Then again, that was a phase of my life where I tried all kinds of MMOs because I thought they were interesting, and plus they were free, so all these free-to-play MMOs. I was used to that stuff well before Fortnite became a thing. The only thing that confuses me about Fortnite now is not its popularity, but the fact that we have like a huge crossover of like every media property ever. I'm not sure how any of that works. That's the closest we're going to get to like a Roger Rabbit for the modern era. And no, not like Space Jam 2. I don't know why Space Jam 2 had to go beyond Looney Tunes either. It's going to sound weird in hindsight now that HBO Max is just Max, so now it's going to sound even sillier, because what are they going to do next time? Bring in like weird reality shows from TLC/Discovery or some crap? So Space Jam 3 sounds like something that should never be made, so I'll just avoid it at all costs. Plus, I don't know. I don't think LeBron James is a good person. I mean, Michael Jordan wasn't a good person either, but Michael Jordan's like a real-life anti-hero. So it's not that he's necessarily a bad person either. He's a very realistic person who's not really got, like, he has issues, but they're not like, he doesn't really have psychological deficits. He's just got issues with, you know, pride and just doing whatever he wants. But not to an overly nefarious degree, as far as I understand from... That's my perception of him. Again, could be wrong. I can't pretend to know everybody wholesale. That's weird. You're weird. Did I get everybody yet? Maybe I should adjust where my screen is next time.
My head can only be raised for so long, human. Hello, human. Put it in a box. That's probably what I'll do. I'll just shove this video in the corner. More convenient to my eye viewing space. Trying to make it more relaxed, I realized all the time spent inhaling is just air. Inhaling like the Kirby's of old, like the Kirby's of new, like the Kirby's of Middle Ages, and the Kirby's of, Judaism? Orthodox Jewish Kirby. Yeah, if a Kirby follows you, does he gain your religious beliefs? We should all be wary of this. A Kirby. I say that as if that's like a plural thing. A whole pile of Kirby's. A plush, pink, soft thing of Kirby's. The plural noun of Kirby's is Poyo. A Poyo of Kirby's. This is a weird place to go around. That whole thing with the Barons trying to sandwich me, that was kind of funny. But since I knew the Knights were weaker, I'm like, attack these guys, it's the weak point. So that's what I did. The onslaught is finished, and I feel finished, but I'm clearly not finished, especially after this next level. That'll really put my quality the new era way of speaking, which is not really new as it is old. What's old is new again. What kind of person says again like again? Like, I'm going to talk again tomorrow on the other video again. I'll never know. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.